And we welcome you back to the Cadet Natatorium here at the United States Air Force Academy for day number 2 of the Rare Air Force Academy Water Polo Invitational. Along with Dylan Sinclair, I am Jeffrey Orman, and Dylan, a big match this morning as the Air Force Academy Falcons take on the number 9 ranked team in the country in Long Beach State. These two teams met last weekend, and Long Beach State came away with a 17-8 victory. What do the Falcons have to do to get in this match and make it a little bit tighter and possibly win it?
Well, you know, that last game last week, they were in it till halftime, so they're tied at half. They need to keep on pushing and keep up that intensity through 4 quarters, and they should be able to compete with them and maybe have an upset here.
I think one of the things, Dylan, that's going to be very obvious, you cannot give Long Beach State any opportunities at all.
No, you cannot. You got to fight back, give them the best you can, and our boys should be able to do that.
Get a look at Campbell Harris coming out of the pool. Long Beach State has a very commanding series record over the Air Force Academy. The Beach, as they call themselves, have won 33 matches against only 8 losses. They lost 17-8, Air Force did, as we mentioned a little bit earlier, 17-8 in the Inland Empire Tournament. Long Beach has won the last 16 meetings. The starting lineups for Air Force has been pretty much what they have had all tournament long, as Ryan Brown is going to be bringing out Anthony Tolbert in the goal today. Reagan Pittman, Sam Fuller, Luke Andrus will be in the water, along with Mike Miller, Gavin Jones, and Campbell Harris. And we'll kind of pick up the Long Beach State lineup as you get a look at the Air Force Academy huddle. One of the things that has got to help, Dylan, this Air Force team knocked off the 20th ranked team in the country last night. How much of that momentum will carry over to today's match?
You know, coming off a big win from last night, they should be pumped, they should be ready, confident, and ready to go.
And we are going to find out how Long Beach State is going to deploy. One name that we are going to mention, and folks, you're going to really want to keep your eyes on the goalie for Long Beach State. His name is Marwan Darwish. He is a junior, hails from Cairo, Egypt, and in yesterday's game with Brown, the Bears were within 1 goal in the second half, but some tremendous defense being played by the Long Beach State team, and Marwan Darwish was a very big factor in that. We are just about ready to go for Rare Air Douay, day number 2. A chance for the Air Force Academy to make a huge statement against Long Beach State as you get a look at Anthony Tolbert in the goal for the United States Air Force Academy. Earlier today, Chapman was defeated by Brown 13-9, so the Bears will wrap up their tournament. Here we go, ball in the water, Long Beach State and Air Force, and the Falcons win the opening sprint. Here's Pittman with the ball out on the left side. One thing you can count on with Long Beach State, they're going to be physical, folks. They're going to push, they're going to grab, and they can play some tight D. Sagging off just a little bit, which kind of surprises me in the early going, Michael Miller back to Pittman. And we'll get the first foul of the day. Air Force retaining possession. Falcons working that ball around and almost throw it away, but this goes off to Sam Fuller. Now the turnover will go to Long Beach State, so we see the Beach, as they call it, on the attack. Again, this is a team that can really come after you as they try to go down low. Taken away by Air Force. They need that. Good defensive effort by the Falcons here in the early going. Pittman taking the outlet pass. He'll be guarded by number 5, Eduardo Weinberg. He is from Sao Paulo, Brazil. Up top they go to Luke Andres. Almost a triple team. Here's his shot, and it is blocked by Darwish. This kid can flat play. I can't say enough about Luke Darwish. One of the other things that really impresses you about this Long Beach State team, if you come within a goal, they seem to find another gear and are able to push it out for 2. There is a shot and a score by the beach.
A nice step out shot by number 14, Garrett Zahn, in the post, right under Anthony Tolbert's arms.
Garrett Zahn gives the beach a 1-0 lead. Second time these two teams have met this year. They met last weekend with Long Beach State winning it by the score of 17-8. Pittman, almost a double team down low, will get a whistle. Luke
Nice
Andres
ejection drawn by Luke Andre.
We're going to have Quentin Osborne is now going to be excused from the contest for a few moments. Air Force with a man advantage. Got to take advantage of this here. Working that ball around the perimeter. I think they're calling for a shot. Michael Miller trying to throw it across the pool. Pittman trying to pump fake. And the ball is knocked away. Michael Miller will have it. 6 seconds left to go on the shot clock. There's a shot on the score!
Here we see a beautiful shot by Sam Fuller, top left corner on the 6-on-5.
So the Air Force Academy gets the equalizer as Sam Fuller ties it 1 apiece. And again, Air Force is going to have to take advantage of every single opportunity that is presented to them. They just did it there. Just underway here in the first quarter. Long Beach State and the United States Air Force Academy in day number 2 of the Rare Air Force Invitational. Going down low. Double team by Air Force. Ball pops out of the water, and we're going to have a foul call that's going to go to Long Beach State. Each in possession of the ball as they throw it to the outside. This is to Curtis Gasper. Again, Air Force with a double team, knocked away. 1 second on the shot clock. Desperation, he beat the clock, and I think that goal will count. The Beach leads it 2-1. They just beat the shot clock on that.
Number 17 with a nice quick shot, Theodoros Pateros. And Anthony could not get his hand on it.
2-1 in favor of the Beach here in the early going. Here is Sam Fuller, who has the only goal for Air Force thus far in the match. Beach playing 3 men down low, 3 men up top. Here's a lob pass. It's knocked away by Long Beach State.
Looks like an ejection drawn by Luke Andre.
And let's see who will be coming out of the water. So again, Air Force will have a man advantage. Second opportunity for the power play.
Big emphasis on Coach Brown is to capitalize on every one of these 6-on-5 opportunities.
Absolutely, and they did just there. Two power play goals, and we are tied at 2 here in the first quarter.
You see a beautiful shot by Luke Andre. Draws the ejection and makes the goal down there at the 1 spot.
Got to stay close. Got to stay close. Now a little bit of pressure being put on by Air Force on the backside of the pool. Air Force playing a very, very tight man, as you would expect. Here is Pittman going up against his man, and he'll get whistled for a foul as he was trying to guard Nemanja Bakic. Bakic throwing across to the right side. Playing that strong side. There's a skip shot which will go wide, and Air Force will have a chance to go ahead here with 4:34 left to play in the opening period. Long Beach State and the United States Air Force Academy. As my partner Dylan Sinclair said in their last match, Air Force stayed with them for a half. .15 seconds left to go on the shot clock. Here's Andres. Working off the left side. Air Force trying to penetrate. There's a shot blocked by Darwish.
Nice quick hard shot by Jason Hires, just couldn't get it to go. Great block.
Bakic coming up the pool. Bakic tries to fire. I'm not sure what he was thinking there, but it goes high and wide, and Air Force will have a chance to go ahead here. Tied at 2 here in the opening period. Up comes Regan Pittman. Pittman doing the backstroke. Pittman with a possible look at the goal, but he's going to be fouled by number 11, Beckett. Air Force will get it back. Luke Andrus, number 9, up top. Working that ball around to the left side. And a shot knocked away again by Darwish. It looks like the Long Beach State, taking a look at how they're setting up, Dylan, it looks like they're really going to pack it down low and force Air Force to shoot from the outside.
Yes, it looks like they're running a zone, trying to take away our centers.
There's a backhander and a beauty as Long Beach State now goes up 3-2 on a backhanded goal and a pretty play indeed. 3-2 in favor of Long Beach State. But no goal, begging your pardon. So a reprieve there. Once again, Darwish gets his body on the ball and knocks it out of play.
Looks like an ejection drawn by number 5, Corey Tanis, on number 5 for Long Beach, Eduardo Wanberg. We see a 6-on-5 by our Air Force Falcons.
Pittman to Fuller, back to Pittman. Running across the pool. Still plenty of time on the shot clock, and a shot and a score. Nope, they're going to wave that one off.
Looks like a 2-meter inside the 2 for Jason Harris. No goal.
So, back-to-back goals have been nullified, and we hold it right at 2. Long Beach State trying to get a one-on-one, and they score off of that one. It's now 3-2 in favor of the Beach.
Looks like a nice counter goal by Long Beach State. 1-2 side pass over to the 4-5, 16. Matt Morris takes the shot and scores.
Both teams have pretty much exchanged goals here in the early going. Long Beach State scoring first, Air Force countering, and back and forth we go. 3-2 with 2:28 left to go in the first period. Gavin Jones with the ball in the back part of the pool. Now they try to throw it around outside that perimeter. Again, look for Long Beach to try and pack it down low and see if they can force Air Force to shoot it from the outside. Here comes some pressure by Long Beach State. Air Force still in possession of the ball as they'll try to keep pushing them out and pushing them out. Going down to the right side. And here is a shot down low, or a pass down low.
Looks like Neil Reynolds, number 10, draws the ejection on number 16, Matt Morris. We see another 6-on-5 opportunity for our Air Force Falcons.
Air Force is perfect on the power play. Here is a shot, and it's picked off. A good play being made by Jack McLaughlin, who will bring it up the pool for Long Beach State. Here's an opportunity. They try to go down low. There's a scramble and a shot and a score, and Long Beach State extends their lead to 2 goals, 4-2 here in the first.
Nice pass inside to number 14, Garrett Zahn, and a beautiful quarter turn shot.
Substitutions now coming in for Air Force as Ryan Brown will start to work the bench a little bit. So a 2-goal run now for Long Beach State. And the Falcons will try to get back in the ranch. Here is Neil Reynolds as they attempt a steal, and they do get the steal. Here's a throw out to the right side, and
looks like a ejection drawn by number 5, Eduardo.
Good play, good play, great block by the Air Force goalie, Anthony Tolbert. It's going to be Air Force's ball.
Ejection drawn by Neil Reynolds, number 10, and a timeout play for Air Force.
Take a look at the block. Eduardo Weinberg out of Sao Paulo, Brazil, had a point-blank shot, and Anthony Tolbert was able to block it. 1:05 left to play in the opening period. Long Beach State and the United States Air Force Academy meeting for the second time this season. Long Beach with a 4-2 lead, and I think, did we have an exclusion? So Air Force Again with the numbers advantage. And they'll see if they can capitalize here as they throw off to the right side. Packing it down low, no surprise there for Long Beach State. A little bit of an errant pass there. That one gets away. Can't have the bad ball there. 8 seconds left to go, and there might be a sense of urgency for the Falcons here. 4 seconds, there is a steal. Cannot have that. Ryan Brown will not be happy on that. Trying to come up from behind with a steal. The Falcons as they throw it off to the right side. Right in front of the goal, we're going to have a scramble for it. Anthony Tolbert, I think, came away with it. Another great play by the goalie for Air Force. Outlet pass coming out to number 6. Here is Shepard. Ian bringing it on the strong side of the pool. Ian Shepard, cross quarter. A chance for Air Force to maybe get something here. They score in the corner.
Beautiful cross pass by Ian Shepard over to freshman Sebastian Sack for the cross cage shot.
And a beauty. Sebastian Sack is able to deposit in the right corner. 6 seconds left to go here in period number 1. More substitutions coming in now for the Falcons.
7 seconds left in the quarter. Looks like Long Beach will take the last possession.
Jason Hires is back in the match. I think Gavin Jones also checks in. 6 seconds left to go. Can Long Beach State get a final shot off here in the quarter? Good defense being played by Air Force. Time expires. We've played 1 quarter as Long Beach State leads Air Force 4-3. You're watching Air Force Water Polo. Back once again at the Cadet Natatorium here at the United States Air Force Academy. I'm Jeffrey Orman along with Dylan Sinclair, and after the first 8 minutes, Dylan, what have you seen?
Well, it looks like Air Force is a little bit below 50% on their 6-on-5s. They're going to need to be able to capitalize on all of those, or at least more than 50%. One thing that Coach has been stressing this week, especially against a team with Long Beach, when they get those opportunities, they have to capitalize. And Long Beach has been running the counter, and looks like that's where most of their goals have come, so they need to shut that down pretty quickly.
5 exclusions called against the Beach as opposed to 2 for Air Force, and as Dylan mentions, they have got to capitalize. So here we get ready to go with the second quarter sprint. Looks like pretty much the same starting lineup of Pittman, Fuller, Andres, Miller, Jones, and Harris. And here we go. Air Force won the first quarter sprint. Ball is placed in the water, and Air Force gets it again.
Looks like Mike Miller will remain undefeated in sprints this entire tournament. The Water Cheetah doing what he does best.
Indeed he does. Here is Sam Fuller working it off to Pittman. Pittman pumping that ball, looking for someone to go to. They'll go to Fuller. Swing it around to Gavin Jones. Back now to Fuller. Back to Pittman. Air Force trying to be patient. 7 seconds. Foul called. Air Force gets possession of the ball. Another foul called. 5 seconds. Here's a shot, and it was deflected and knocked away. Good defensive play by the Beach. There you get a look at the goalie for the Long Beach State. Here is a shot right in front of the cage. Point blank shot. Are they going to count it? They may have wiped it out.
Looks like a miscommunication on that 4-5 side by Air Force.
All right,
See a nice pass from the one spot, number 20, over to number 14 for the shot.
So now Long Beach State with a 2-goal lead. You can't let these guys have a run. Air Force
has got to bounce back here.
They can keep this to within 1. But again, one of the things about Long Beach State, when you start to close, they seem to find another gear. Down low, ball loose, and looks like we'll have another exclusion foul. And again, Dylan, a chance for Air Force to score on a 6-on-5.
Yes, beautiful ejection drawn by number 21, Campbell Harris, on number 2, Quentin Osborne. We see our 6-on-5 work here.
Pittman fires. It's off the top of the cage. Air Force gets it back, and there'll be a foul down low.
Another ejection drawn by Gavin Jones. Ooh.
2-man advantage. Air Force has got to do something with this, and they do.
It's like a 6-on-3 advantage for Air Force, and they capitalize on it. Michael Miller with the shot from the one spot.
Air Force within 1, 5-4. Had a chance to talk with Michael Miller's mom just prior to the match, and Mike has still got his game face on from last night, apparently.
Yes, he always does.
So here we go. Long Beach State leading it by 1. Falcons playing them tough here in the early going. Here's a throw back to Curtis Gasper.
Looks like an off-ball ejection drawn by number 20 on Long Beach, Austin Stewart. And we'll see a 6-on-5 advantage for Long Beach.
That cannot be good. Air Force will really have to play it tight here. Off to the left side, and they tap it in for a goal. Good play in front of the pipe. And Long Beach State takes a 2-goal advantage by the score of 6-4 on the tap in.
Nice dish by number 11, pop kick over to number 3, Jonathan Wong, for the inside 3-post tap in.
Yeah, look at Ryan Brown, the head coach for the United States Air Force Academy. Campbell Harris playing it outside. Gavin Jones to the right side to Pittman. Back to Gavin up top.
See a 4-5 zone working here, working for Campbell Harris and set there.
Well, I'll tell you, Campbell getting wrapped up down low. There's a shot knocked away by Darwish.
Gavin Jones takes the cross-cage shot, not able to capitalize on it.
Trying to go on the
by Long Beach.
Fast break up to Beckett. Beckett has it on the right side. Trying to get it close in the center. Skip shot, no. Wide left. Air Force will maintain possession.
Inside work by number 3, not able to finish. Air Force going the other way.
Now can Air Force make the counter attack? Here comes Pittman up the far side of the pool. Reagan with that ball, throws it off to the right side to Fuller. Fuller getting in tight, may have a look. Taken away by Darwish. Long Beach State in possession of the ball. Got a couple of Falcons entangled down there. One of the Long Beach State players and one of the Falcons getting entangled near the the goal. I think the fans wanted something called. Look at Darvish. One hands that one with the left hand, and Long Beach is going to call a timeout. We'll take one as well. 5:13 left before the intermission. Long Beach State leading Air Force 6-4. You're watching Air Force Water Polo. Five minutes, 13 seconds left to play in the first half. Long Beach State with a 2-goal lead. As Ryan Brown calling a timeout to talk to his charges. And it is going to be the beach ball. No pun intended, I guess. Darvish
As you
trying
see,
to
a
put in
6-on-5 advantage by Long Beach State.
Can't have that. We mentioned that all throughout the broadcast here. Trying to deep it down low, and a nice shot, a nice touch shot. And now the Beach goes up 7-4.
Nice post shot over there on the 3 post. Number 3, Jonathan Wong on the goal, assisted by number 20, Austin Stewart.
Jonathan Wong with 2 goals today. Air Force back at full strength. Here's Ian Shepard. Yevitt. Air Force trying to break this small but
Looks like
effective
an
run.
Offensive on Sebastian Sack.
Turnover going now to Long Beach State. Here is a long pass down the pool, down to the right side of the pool. Again, they try to center. Here's a shot knocked away, and a good play being made by Anthony Tolbert. Outstanding effort. Got that left hand on it and knocked it away. Watch it again. Great effort by Air Force. They have an opportunity here to cut that lead, and they do!
Amazing inside shot by freshman Grant Snyder, number 15. Right over the goalie's head.
Great penetration. Look how low he was able to get, and he just flipped it in there. It's now a 7-5 game. Might have been a little breakdown on communication there on the defensive side by Long Beach State. Air Force will take it. 7-5. Falcons down by 2. They pretty much had to play chase the entire match. Falcons cut it to within 2 here in the first half of play.
We'll see Long Beach drive down.
Trying to get a little bit of pressure now as they try to center it. Air Force with a steal. They
Pass
take it
inside,
away.
taken away by Jason Hires.
Snyder going back now to Anthony Tolbert, and here come the Falcons up the pool. Campbell Harris. 3:37 left to play here in the first half. Pass a little bit off the hands. Evan Jones, they've got 4 seconds. They're going to have to let fly with something. Nope, it's going to be a turnover, and it's going to go to Long Beach State.
Looks like an offensive drawn by Campbell Harris, getting a little chippy down there.
Here comes Long Beach State, ranked 9th in the country. Looks like the game plan is to try to get it down low and get an easy shot, but they can score from just about anywhere. There's a skip shot. Tolbert has it, taps it away. Good steal. Air Force in possession. They've got Campbell. It's a one-on-one. He scores! Campbell Harris!
That's a nice counter goal by number 21, Campbell Harris. Receives the ball from Henry Yavitt and makes a nice cross-cage high corner shot.
7-6 now in favor of the Falcons. Boy, that was the equivalent of the old water polo fast break. Hit the outlet man as you get a look at number 21 coming out of the pool. That is Campbell Harris.
It's like a 1-point lead by Long Beach State.
Waiting for play to resume here. Number 2, Quentin Osborne. Now Air Force will intensify the pressure a little bit.
Looks like Larson McCarroll on the heavy press.
It is. Boy, Air Force is really going to tighten it up on the man-to-man. They want to go down low, and we have a whistle.
Looks like an ejection drawn by number 2, Quentin Osborne. Long Beach's big man, weighing 250 pounds there in the set.
So Long Beach will play with a man down as they wave that ball around looking for the perimeter. Knocked away by Air Force. They've got the steal, they've got a foul, and I think it's going to come back to Long Beach. They didn't like that one. Here is a shot and a score by Long Beach.
Looks like a nice shot by number 16, Matt Morris. Lefty there at the 6th spot. Near side shot. Anthony Tobler cannot get his hands on it.
Long Beach State. We talked about this a little bit earlier. When you draw close, they seem to find another gear to shift into. They did this against Brown yesterday. The Bears within 1 goal in the second half, and Long Beach State just found another passing gear, if you will. Here is Pittman.
We see Larson McCarroll working there in set. Long Beach zones.
Well, they are dropping 2 men down low. Pittman trying to center, and he throws it right to one of the defenders. That is Quentin Osborne, who will take it away. There's Darwish, who will try to trigger the offense. 1:53 left to go here in the first half, and Air Force trailing it by 2. Down low they go. Triple team by Air Force, and they get the steal.
Looks like a steal by number 8, Sam Fuller.
Sam Fuller with the steal, Air Force ball.
Sam Fuller. Back now to Anthony Tolbert. Boy, if they could find that fast break again. Reagan Pittman now with the ball. Top now to Sam Fuller. Sam holding that ball high. Going off to the left side, shot blocked by Darwish. He's a good one, folks. He'll trigger the outlet pass. Throws it off to the right side. Falcons packing it down low. Tight defense being played. They do not want to get in that center spot. Ball is loose, and it's going to be Tolbert who comes up with him again. Now the Air Force has got to do it on the other side. Dylan, they've got to get that counterattack and score off of this, I would think.
Yes, they do. They got to have a momentum shift here. Make this game within 1.
Pittman to Fuller, knocked away. Campbell picks it up, loses the ball. Fans want something called.
Like an ordinary foul. 12.
It's interesting that another turnover by Long Beach State.
Looks like a sloppy pass into center.
You can't press either. You can't really force the issue.
Looks like a nice steal by Luke Andre.
Long Beach State wants a foul. Number 20 was campaigning for it. That's Austin Stewart. He's the captain of this Long Beach State team. Anthony Tolbert.
Looks like an offensive call on number 12, Michael Miller.
8 seconds left to go here before the intermission. 8-6, Long Beach on top. They've got the ball, 5 seconds, and a knocked away by Anthony Tolbert. And the Falcons will have 4 seconds to perhaps cut it to within 1. Jeffrey Orman along with Dylan Sinclair here at the United States Air Force Academy Natatorium. Falcons will play their final game of the tournament against Chapman at 3 o'clock. That is a change, so whatever you've seen on the internet, move it up by 30 minutes. We will play at 3. So after everybody's got their cap on, button down, we're ready to play. And it will be 4 seconds left on the clock. Everybody ready? And here we go with 4 seconds. Air Force playing 4 seconds of defense. There's a skip shot. It's blocked by Anthony Colbert, and that is the half. At the end of the first 16 minutes of play, Long Beach State 8, Air Force 6. You're watching Air Force Water Polo. Back once again here at the Cadet Natatorium here at the United States Air Force Academy, taking a look at some of the scoring. Fuller, Andrus, Sack, Miller, Snyder, and Harris have all scored for Air Force. For the Air Force Academy, Grant Snyder leads all scores this weekend with 6 goals, Michael Miller with 5, and Harris with 5 as we get ready to start the second half of play. 8-6 in favor of Air Force.
Looks like yet another sprint run by Michael Miller. He still remains undefeated for the weekend.
Air Force has not lost a sprint here at home this year. Air Force moving from right to left. Look like it's going to be pretty much the same group that started the game. Takeaway now by Long Beach State, showing how well they play defensively. Here's a long pass down the pool as we'll recap some of the other numbers for you. Long Beach State trying to get the first goal of the match, and it is blocked by Anthony Tolbert. 13 different players for Air Force have scored in this tournament, which attests to the depth that we have talked about, Dylan. Here's a feed off to the left side. Andres, who has a goal today, getting some pressure. Again, the Beach starts to pack it down low, trying to take it under. That's Campbell Harris who gets yanked into the water. He has the ball, point blank shot, and he scores!
Looks like a takeaway goal by Campbell Harris. Number 11 on Long Beach lost control of the ball, and Campbell capitalizes. Air Force within 1.
Campbell Harris did an outstanding job. They really had him D'd up, and he was able to work his way free and score the goal. It's now 8-7. He is going to take a seat on the bench as you see it here. Oh yeah, you saw the emotion from Campbell Harris. They had him D'd up. He worked his way out of it and fired the shot in and scored.
Looks like a post up here by number 17 on Long Beach.
Air Force trying to steal. Double team there.
Ordinary foul. Should be a turnover.
Anthony Tolbert saying, and so are the fans, that it should be Air Force's ball. He threw it high. It's Air Force's ball now on the steal.
Corey Tanis on the steal after that controversial call.
Anthony Tolbert remains in the pipes for Air Force. Waiting for somebody to come out and get the ball. Luke Andres, who throws it off to the right side. Air Force still in possession, trying to tie this match up. Moving in tight. Good defense being played by Long Beach State. Too good, they say. Trying to go for the equalizer. A double team, a steal. Shot clock had expired. It'll be a turnover to Long Beach State. Falcons getting the first goal of the second half.
Looks like an off-ball ejection drawn by number 14 on Long Beach. Garrett Zahn and number 8 Sam Fuller ejected.
So we will be even up. Long Beach State just working that ball around the perimeter. Want to go off to the right side. Air Force packing it down low. Get those hands up. Knocked away. A great play by Anthony Tolbert. Anthony Tolbert, I think, let the shooter know about it. They'll get the ball in the corner. Here's another shot. This one gets past Anthony and into the net for a score. It's now 9-7 in favor of Long Beach State. Each team has scored a goal here in the second half. Substitutions coming in for Long Beach State. Another substitution coming in for the Beach. 9-7 is the score here at the Cadet Natatorium here at the United States Air Force Academy. Falcons will wrap up their tournament play against Chapman at 3 o'clock. That's a long way away from here. Falcons trying to bring it within 1. Bring that ball off to the right side, trying to go down low. A lot of activity there, and foul called. Air Force will get possession of the ball back. 8 seconds left to go on the shot clock, trying to feed it down low. Shot knocked away by Long Beach State, and the Beach comes up with it. Darwish will wait for traffic to clear. Throws it off now to number 12. This is Casper. Casper dumps it off now to number 5. That's Weinberg.
Long Beach State working the ball around, trying to break down the zone, working for number 2, Quentin Osborne.
There's the team captain, knocked away by Tolbert. Long rebound comes right back out to Long Beach State. Michael Miller now defending on the strong side for Air Force. Lobbing it off to the right side. Air Force falling back. I think we've got an offensive foul, and it's going to be a turnover to Air Force. That had to be away from the ball, I would imagine, Dylan.
Yes, it was. Looks like on that 4-5 side.
Here is Air Force coming up the pool. Gavin Jones. Jones swims it up. They want to go down low. Nope, they want to go outside. Left side to number 9, Andres. Andres backing out. Now they want to go down low. There's a double team by Long Beach State, and they get the turnover. And they'll come up the pool, leading by 2 goals with 3:43 left to play here in the third period. Pass down to number 6. That is Graves, Elijah Graves. Well, they try to skip it. Nope, they're going to be very, very patient. Now 6 seconds on the shot clock. They try to get it down low to their center, and he scores. Good play, good pass, and a good score.
Looks like number 2, Quentin Osborne, on the finish there, down and set right under Anthony Tolbert's arms.
Quentin Osborne gives the Beach a 3-goal lead. 3:23 left to play here in the third period. Campbell Harris did not get much of a breather. He comes right back into the match. Sebastian Sack, number 18, into the fight now for Air Force. Eric Kowecki also there. And here comes that pressure by Long Beach State. Air Force still in possession of the ball. They put on some heavy, heavy pressure here. Sebastian Sack got a man open here in the right side. What do they get? This is where Long Beach State has a tendency to get nasty. They want to go down low. Ball pops loose. It'll be a turnover for Long Beach State, I believe. There's Darwish, who clears it out. Comes out now to number 17. That is Pateros. Pateros. Centering it to number 2. That is Osborne. Air Force with a double team and a takeaway. Ball is loose. It could come right back to Long Beach State. It will. 2 seconds and a shot. And Anthony Tolbert with another save. Air Force in the first half was outshot by Long Beach State 16-12. Air Force trying to improve on that, but this time maybe get a couple there in the pipe. Here is Shepard, knocked away.
Looks like a hard perimeter foul by number 17 on Long Beach, Theodore Pateros, and an Air Force timeout.
And we'll take one with them with 2:06 left to play as you get a look at head coach Ryan Brown in his second year here at the Academy. 10-7 the score. Long Beach State over Air Force. You're watching Air Force Water Polo. back once again here at the Cadet Natatorium as the Air Force Academy Falcons find themselves on the short end of a 10-7 score to Long Beach State. Dylan Sinclair, that timeout, what do you think was discussed?
Well, I'm sure play was set up, and obviously on 6-on-5 they need to capitalize on this. It's one of the things that he stresses quite a bit. So I'm sure he wrote up a play, and they're looking to score here.
Here's Sebastian Sack as he swims to the right side. Boy, look at how Long Beach State is really packing it down low. They may have an opportunity down low, slapped away by Long Beach State, but they'll get a fresh shot. Sebastian Sack cranks and fires off the hands of Darwish. It goes high and over the goal. .136 left to play here in the third quarter. Probably heard the Long Beach State coach saying, let's move the ball.
It's like a quick shot by number 20 on Long Beach, saved by Anthony Tolbert.
I'll say this. We've talked so much about Darwish. How about showing a little bit of love for Anthony Tolbert? I'll tell you what, he is playing a pretty good game in that net.
Yes, he is.
Now the Falcons have got to do something offensively. He's doing his job. Falcons trying to cut it to 2. They try to extend that defense and force Air Force to go outside. Ian Shepard trying to work it. There's a whistle and an offensive foul, and they're going to call that on Air Force. Turnover will go to Long Beach State. Got a couple of battles going down low in the post area. You can't let Long Beach State go on a run right now. They've had, I think, a modest 2-goal run, but that's the beauty about this team. Shot and another block by Tolbert. Air Force with the ball. Counterattack coming. Take a look at the play by Anthony Tolbert as he got that left wing out there.
And looks like an Air Force timeout after number 20 seems to be rolled for too much chatter.
Just go ahead and keep it here, as I'm sure this will be a fairly brief conversation. Air Force trailing at the half by the score of 8-6. They've been able to stay with Long Beach State. They've been able to stay even with them, but they have not been able to go ahead.
There's like a few substitutions going in for Air Force as they have this man-up advantage. Weren't able to capitalize on the last one. Let's see what they can do now.
Make some noise for the last 23 seconds of the game. The quarter.
Neil Reynolds will come in. Mike Miller's still in the match. And with 23 seconds left to go, and the Falcons trailing by only 3, 10-7. Miller going off to the right side to Andres, back to Mike, back to Andres, right side. Who's going to get that shot? 9 seconds left to go here in the corner. There's the shot and the score, and the Falcons are winning 2.
Great dish by Regan Pittman, number 7, over to number 10, Neil Reynolds on that 3-post. A beautiful finish by Neil Reynolds. Exactly what they wanted.
That's what they drew up. As you get a look at Neil Reynolds coming out of the pool. Let's see who will come in for him. A couple of substitutions, I think. Number 5, Corey Tanis coming out.
Looks like 7 seconds left in this third quarter of play. Long Beach will take the last shot.
Let's see how they will play it. And a shot and blocked away by Anthony Tolbert at the end of 3. Falcons trail only by 2, 10-8 to Long Beach State. The final 8 minutes. When we return right after this, you're watching Air Force Water Polo. Final 8 minutes of play here in this, the first game for Air Force this morning as they take on the 9th-ranked Long Beach State. 10-8 is the score. Dylan, Air Force, I think they break this game down. Anthony Tolbert has had an outstanding game in the net. Now the rest of the guys have got to be able to try to find a way to get that ball past Darwish on the other end of the pool. Try to figure out exactly what Air Force is going to do. As the ball is in the water, there's the sprint. We've got a mad scramble for it. Who came up with it? It's Air Force.
It looks like a jump ball.
Or did they get there simultaneously?
Jump ball.
Okay, that's a first. Mike Miller, let's see who his counterpart is. Is that number 16?
Number 14.
14, I beg your pardon. That's Garrett Jean. And it is a jump ball. And it is knocked out of bounds.
Looks like Air Force ball.
Very similar to basketball. You knock it out of bounds. So Air Force, now all they have to do is they've got to score.
Looks like an offensive on Luke Andres. He's stiff arming number 11, Nemanja back kick.
Falcons can't play defense the whole quarter. They've got to see if they can find a little firepower in that arsenal. Here's Wunberg.
Looks like a goal by number 20, Austin Stewart. As we see here, a nice cross-cage shot from the one position.
So the team captain gets one for Long Beach State. Austin Stewart from Upland, California. He is a senior attacker. Michael Miller brings it up for the Falcons. We're gonna ball to the right side. So if they can get a look, they've got to fire, I would think. Here the ball is knocked away by Long Beach State.
Looks like an ejection drawn by Luke Andres. And number 20, Austin Stewart ejected. 6-on-5 advantage for
Long Beach State doesn't agree with it. Saw their bench just below us here. So now the Falcons have got to take advantage with a man down. Plenty of time, 7:12 as you see on the clock. Falcons trying to pull within. There's a shot and a nice play by Darwish. They battle for it in front of the cage, and they're going to turn it over to Long Beach State.
Looks like a little bit of chippiness going down as Jason Howes goes after the goalie for that.
Well, they're going to try and settle everybody down, so I think a timeout is called. As you look at the replay, there's Darwish. Coming in was number 16 to try and do a follow shot. That was Jason Hires. Are they going to call the timeout, or are they going to continue play? Looks like we will continue. Ryan Brown is not happy as you see him chatting with the official on the near side just below us here. 11-8. Pressure being put on by Air Force. Campbell Harris practically chasing his man to the center of the pool.
Looks like an offensive on number 5, stiff arming Luke Andres. Looks like up middle to Campbell Harris. Wasn't able to keep possession.
Lost control of the ball. Lost control of the ball. Fast break coming the other way now for Long Beach State. They try to set up. Point blank shot. And he throws it over the top of the bar.
Good defense on that counter by Air Force Falcons, able to prevent the counter goal.
Anthony Tolbert gave it up, man. It was either going to be block or score, and they forced him to throw it over the top. Now can Air Force counter? Down by 3. Need to find some offense. Going off down to the right side as Pittman hooks it off. 8 seconds, and they throw it off to the left side.
High lob shot by Sam Fuller, not able to convert.
The Long Beach State 3-2. You can hear, I'm guessing that is probably Coach Ryan Brown saying, come on, Campbell. That's Campbell Harris. Obviously looking for him to.
Air Force ball.
Air Force ball on the turnover.
Looks like an offensive on Osborne, or Quentin Osborne, number 2, down there and set.
Luke Andres, where is that offense and who's got it? Who's got the shot?
It's like a 2-on-1 over there on the 4-5 side with Salmon.
There's a skip shot. It's knocked away by Darwish.
New 30, Air Force ball.
5.5 left to go. Air Force has never led in this game. They have been able to keep it even. And there is a foul called, I do believe, on number 11. That is Bucket. Falcons need to make something happen. Luke Andres getting some pressure. Throwing off to the left side. They try a skip shot. Darwish clears.
Mike's near side shot will not go. Countering Long Beach. It's like a 3-on-2 advantage on that 1-2 side. 17.
Coach Ryan
the
Brown.
shot.
Another great block by Tolbert. Rebounded, and it's going to come back to Long Beach State. And we're going to get a timeout, I think, called by Long Beach State, so we'll take one as well. It comes with 4:51 left to play in the match. Long Beach State 11, Air Force 8. You're watching Air Force Water Polo. 4 minutes and 44 seconds left to play in regulation. Air Force leading it by trailing it rather by the score of 11-8 to Long Beach State. Beach in possession of the ball. Trying to set it up to the left side.
Looks like Air Force is running a 4-5 drop.
There's a shot knocked away by Anthony Tolbert.
The block, Air Force ball.
What can you say about his play today? Anthony Tolbert. Now he's got to get his teammates to start countering on the other side. And we have, I think, an exclusion.
Number 3 ejected, 6-on-5.
Looks like an off-ball exclusion drawn by number 10, Neil Reynolds, and number 3 excluded, Jonathan Wong. 6-on-5 advantage for Air Force Falcons.
Got to take advantage.
Yes, they do.
Sounding like a broken record, but I'll tell you right now, the Falcons just have not been able to find the score. Oh, they hit the post. Oh, what a bad break for Air Force there. Long Beach State comes up with it. And here they come up.
It's like a great block by Darwish.
Darwish might have had a hand on it, there's no doubt. Here's Osborne. They want to go down along the right side of the pool. Darwish might have gotten a little piece of it. Osborne throws out to that right side. 9 seconds to shoot. Morris. And they try to get it past Anthony Tolbert. Nothing there.
A little bit over 3 minutes left in the game. Air Force Falcons down by 3.
Where is that offense going to come from? It's been a pretty good defensive battle. Tolbert playing very strong in the pipes. Grant Snyder.
Looks like a 5-3 drop. Grant Snyder with the ball. He moves in. Is he going to shoot it?
He's got to do something
Looks
with it.
for the turn move knocked away by Quentin Osborne.
Falcons just being frustrated here in the second half. Got to keep playing, though. Anything could happen. A little breakdown here, but this Long Beach State, as you have been watching, if you've been watching this throughout the entire match, they can play some solid D, both in the pipes and outside as well. There's a shot knocked away by Anthony Tolbert. Ball will come out on the corner now. Get a turnover, anything at this point. Little pressure being put on by Air Force in the water. Throw that ball out now to the right side. Morris to Weinberg. Air Force trying for a steal. 4 seconds to go. There's a shot and a steal. That's it.
Looks like an offensive by Quinn Osborne,
Nope.
pushing off of Neil Reynolds.
No goal. Had about 3 of those wiped out today between the two teams.
Looks like a timeout called by Coach Brown.
Timeout Air Force.
And we'll take one as well with 1:39 left to play in regulation. Long Beach State 11, Air Force 8. You're watching Air Force Water Polo. Back once again at the Cadet Natatorium here at the United States Air Force Academy. I'm Jeffrey Orman along with Dylan Sinclair. The Falcons down by 3 goals with 1:39 left to play in the 4th. Anthony Tolbert has had an outstanding game in the pipes for Air Force. But the Falcons just have not been able to put the ball in the net, and a lot of that is because of that Long Beach State defense. His counterpart on the other end, Darwish, has been, well, just about everything is advertised. There's a shot and a score! That breaks the drought! Luke Andres cuts it to within 2.
A beautiful foul and shot skipped right under Darwish's arms. Great play by Luke Andres.
1:30. You get a look at the senior from Rancho Cucamonga, one of the captains on this team. Now can Air Force D it up and find enough time to maybe put the ball in the net once more? They've got to do it 2 more times. He's probably a pretty safe bet that time is definitely on the favor of Long Beach State, but Air Force is going to have to make something happen on the opposite end. As you see, Long Beach State not in any real hurry. They're going to work that clock, throw it off to the left side. They got 8 seconds. Falcons need to D it up. Need a big play here. They go down low. Double team. Shot clock expires. Air Force ball.
Just under a minute left in the final quarter. Air Force down by 2. Need to show some sense of urgency here. Get a quick goal.
If they could find an opening anywhere, they're going to have to take that shot. Luke Andres, who got the last goal and made it 11-9. He's getting double teamed. And a whistle. Andres will continue to play. Cross pass. Is there anything open for Air Force? Campbell Harris, and he fires a wild one. It's going to go left.
Looks like an attempted no look by Sebastian Sack over at that 5 spot. Long Beach spreading out.
Air Force will now pressure. There's
Looking like a running down the clock.
19 seconds left to go in the match. And they'll just pretty much run out the clock as Long Beach State. No sense of urgency here. Luke Andres bumps his man. Beach will get it back 6 seconds, and there is the icing on the cake for Long Beach State. They will win it. Falcons will go to 6-4. Outscoring the Falcons 4-3. There's 2 seconds, 1 second, and that is the match. Air Force Academy Falcons fall to number 9 Long Beach State by the score of 12-9. As you got to look at Anthony Tolbert coming out of the pool. And Coach Ryan Brown not the least bit happy as his charges come out of the water. He is upset with how this game came out. Probably figures that there was a lot of blown opportunities. But Dylan, I'll tell you one thing, they battled them. It was a defensive fight. And unfortunately, Long Beach State probably maybe a little bit too much defense for the Falcons. But obviously, Coach Brown probably figures that the Falcons also squandered some opportunities.
Yes, very much. Great game played by both teams. Long Beach coming out on top, but a hard-fought battle.
It was indeed. Next match coming up at 3 o'clock against Chapman to close out the tournament for the Air Force Academy Falcons. Coming up next, a visit with Ryan Brown after this match. Air Force falls to Long Beach State, 12-9. You're watching Air Force Water Polo. 12-9, Long Beach State defeats the Air Force Academy in this morning match here at the Rare Air number 2 Air Force Invitational. Joining me now is the head coach of the Air Force Academy water polo team, Ryan Brown. And coach, right off the top, we've got to sing the praises of your goalie, Tolbert. We're going to show some highlights of his play in the pipes today. He had, I thought, the best game I've seen him play this year.
Yeah, I think this has been the best performance from our goalkeepers all season long. He made a lot of good saves, saved our butt a lot of times, and then, you know, in turn, he also blocked what he was supposed to block. So that's probably the most important thing.
On the other side, the frustration has to be enormous because they also played some solid D, but I have a feeling the Falcons also squandered some opportunities. How did you see it?
We did. You know, a couple things. You know, Long Beach is a great team, very powerful, very strong. They play great defense, so it's tough to score. You know, but we had our opportunities. We had some right in front of the goal. We gotta convert those ones, and that'll make that margin come down a little bit.
Well, I wanted to talk about that because the first time you met it was 17-8 Long Beach State. This time it was 12-9. What adjustments did you make coming into this match with the Beach in the second time?
I think a couple things. 6-on-5 conversion rate was much higher. I don't know what it was. I didn't get it before I got back up here, but you know, we put some away, and that was the big difference. Is we were about at the same at halftime last time we played them, and then we didn't handle their press. As you saw, they came out and really pressured us in the second half, and we didn't respond well last time.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
So this time we did with movement and converting our extra man.
You feel pretty good. I mean, nobody likes to take a loss. There's no doubt about it. But what do you take away from this match?
That we responded to the pressure and created opportunities, and now we just need to convert them. So yeah, we're close. We're doing a lot of good things, and that's the most important thing.
All right, one more match before you head for Los Angeles next weekend. Good luck in the 3 o'clock match to wrap up the tournament.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Ryan Brown, the head coach of the United States Air Force Academy water polo team. A reminder that today's broadcast was directed by Brian German, Dan Hintgen on the replay. Our camera operators, Tim Saratori and Brandon Idle. Well, we have more water polo to play. We will wrap up the tournament as Air Force takes on Chapman. That'll be a 3 o'clock start, Mountain Daylight Time. Until then, 12-9 the final. Long Beach State over Air Force. For our entire cast and crew, I'm Jeffrey Orman bidding you a very pleasant good morning from the Cadet Natatorium here at the United States Air Force Academy.